jungle. Hey, here we are again. What's the first line? Ah, right. Ahem. With the help of 9 Rizal of Colegio de Calumpit Incorporated, batch 2021 to 2022, this classic Shakespearean romantic tragedy has been updated to contemporary happenings. As cliché as it is, we ought to highlight 2 families, both alike in honor, residing in the city of Verona. The recently elected president is a Capulet, while the new vice president is a Montague. We know it happens from there. From ancient resentment to new rebellion, 2 families in rivalry with legislative issues. The younger members of these families have carried on the chaos and things are getting worse. Among these young rivals are the only children of the heads of the families. The treasured rose of the Capulets, Juliet, and the pride of the Montagues, Romeo. They are destined to be star-crossed lovers, and our film is set to tell their tale of sadness, as only their deaths can end this awful feud. Or is it really? This leaves us with a question. How will this love story progress?
Woke up to a good news. Thank you so much, everyone. This is all for you.
Thank you, Verona. No rain can stop the warmth of your welcome and enthusiasm for us. Hashtag Capulet the leader we need. Hashtag Capulets lead.
Well, guess you can sense a fight coming from every side.
I can hear the dog barking from here, as if a teeny-weeny gap from a teeny-weeny province would make a difference.
Twist, they say. This ain't only between the candidates, and my side ain't losing to them. Capulets for the win. Hashtag Capulets lead.
And the fun begins. Dun 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 dun.
Are you really pertaining to us, sir?
No, sir, but I am pertaining to some, sir.
Should you mind our business, sir?
But be it, if you should mind our business, sir.
Immatures. Little kids should stay out of Twitter. You're no better.
Well, we are better, sir, and I am pertaining to some, sir.
Seriously?
Fools in the replies. What can arguing here do?
Hear ye? Let's make peace. You're much funnier. It pisses you, Mamonte Goose, off. That's a lot. Seriously? Let me hear the woof woof. Cowards.
Help! You just proved you bark. Lol.
Making the situation worse? I hope you receive some Twitter banning notification.
It really is good that people have their platform wherein they can share their thoughts on this kind of significant thing for our country. But please be really careful to everyone.
Twitter wars? People fight on Twitter? Please elaborate because it is really nice that we have the freedom to speak our views. But what war? Do your best, I guess, with respect.
Things are better with respect, netizens. A lot of things has been happening and we don't want our country's fights, especially on social media, the largest platform. Beginning with the city of Verona, the mayor and the other authorities have reported these types of things to me, and it is something that I believe I should be bothered about.
The real king have spoken. Joke. Did I do something to you? You got hit by a bullet that was never supposed to be shot to you. I bet you already know who we are talking to.
For Rosaline.
Dearest cousin. Romeo, you seem down. What's up with the rose? For Rosaline?
Nothing. I just feel like I'm missing something.
Something or someone?
Come on, you're not helping. And she's not interested.
Ah, there's plenty more fish in the sea though.
I'm not like you. She's already got it all. What more could I look for? Pretty, smart, and funny. Everything.
Hey, but not into you. But Come on, man. If she's not interested, she's not. You can find someone a lot better than her, bro.
Put a sock on it. I hope Twitter bans you too.
What could it be that you want this time, Paris?
Mr. Capulet. Should I say Mr. President needed?
It's showtime.
Yes, dear. Don't worry. How's Romeo? I'm expecting my successors to follow my footsteps one day, so...
Mr. Montague, the Comelec secretary has called for you.
Ha! Yep, I need to go now, dear. Love you both. Duty calls.
Lo and behold, the family of our president-elect, the Capulets. Here comes the reputable family of our vice president-elect, the Montagues.
I see the wolves in sheep's clothing have arrived. Took them long enough. Have they got no shame?
Pardon me, lady. Do repeat what I said, you.
Comments, Mercutio. A short tongue is no indication of a keen mind. I have no intention of entering a battle of wits with someone who's unarmed.
Fiddlesticks, how dare...
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. May I request everyone to settle down, to not disturb the other guests and electees, to please take their seats as we are to start the program right at this moment.
Capulet.
Montague?
Send my regards to your family and Warwick of servants. It isn't too shocking since you're the head.
Bancom. I regard you and your family with indifference and bordering on aversion. Inferiority complex is justified, you know.
Again, good day everyone. We are to start.
Taylor, where could you be? Tebow? Mom? Up? Mind you.
There I was again tonight, forcing laughter, faking smiles.
Young miss? Hello? You appear to be somewhat lost.
Shifting eyes and vacancy.
I am.
When I saw
Would you be kind enough to?
Main hall?
Yes.
It was
Please.
enchanting to
Follow me.
Taylor, where's my daughter?
Oh, I did call her. Where can she be? Juliet? Juliet!
This is it, isn't it?
I think you heard this all the time, but you are like the sun that steals the spotlight of the moon. I am in awe of your beauty, young miss.
Excuse me.
Juliet! Dear Juliet! Where have you been?
Oh, Taylor, I got lost, but this kind and handsome young man helped me and...
Kind young man and handsome? Who is he? Tell me, where is he? I don't see anyone though. Perhaps you've gone bonkers while you were lost.
Huh. I am deeply offended.
Let's run along now. The time of your father's inauguration is near.
I'm back, Mom. I'm awfully sorry I took long. It was a nightmare getting lost, but...
Does my hair look tousled, my dear?
No.
Great. Well, that would have been a real nightmare. Do learn some manners and keep your trap shut for a while. The program's about to start.
Lovely day today, isn't it?
It sure is.
But today should be envious. Nothing is far more lovely than.
I appreciate it, sir. I don't mean to be rude, yet may I ask for your name?
I go by many, but solely. You could call me darling.
Well, aren't you a desirous man? You have a great sense of humor.
Is it really just a sense of humor? Or is it in reality?
I beg your pardon?
I said, well, I can't believe you don't know my name, for I'm related to Baroness Governor Aeschylus, but... Oh, and your parents know me. Anyone could call me Paris. Nice to meet you, dearest Juliet.
A penny for your thoughts?
Say, Benvolio, have the deities descended onto the earth?
Odd question. Are you into mythology now?
No, but I swore I saw one. A goddess with ineffable beauty.
Mm-hmm. And who might that be?
You've gotten your password.
You don't know?
I simply forgot to ask.
I suppose you were too flabbergasted at the sight of her.
Who wouldn't be?
But who could be that unknown enchantress, divine enough to bewitch the little Montague in love with the damsel? Rosaline?
Must you not speak her name again? For it seems like disrespect to the new future of my lifetime.
State it. Am I hearing things? What in the world?
Henceforth, we are to announce the winners of both the presidential and vice presidential election. Congresswoman,
I am pleased to say, for the vice presidential election, we have our winner. Our vice president-elect, Mr. Ted Montague. Congratulations. Now, the sole victor of the presidential election, the president-elect, Mr. Fulgencio Capulet. Congratulations. I am honored to have announced the renowned electees winners of the ballot. Once again, sincerest congratulations to Mr. Montague and Mr. Capulet.
the President will now proceed to sign his oath of office.
Oh, smile, my darling.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Philippines, Fulgencio Capulet. May we now kindly request to step up to the stage, President-elect.
First and foremost, I want to thank the office of the President, the citizens, Honorable Mention Tybalt Capulet, Verona City Governor Aeschylus, the Congress and the Senate of our country, the workers of the government, my family, especially my wife Gloria Capulet, and the God Almighty, and a lot more. I stand here today and took my oath as a president not just to command and let people follow, but as a leader from the city of Verona whose visions are certain along with firm decisions. From when I commence, doing my responsibilities up to the very end of my duties. We want to focus on the rise of the economy of our country by building businesses, infrastructures, jobs, and more of such for the good of the people inside and outside of our country. For now, I feel very much welcome with love and faith as I speak with a full heart. I won't promise anything, but I will surely let my action take place. Again, Fulgencio Capulet, thank you.
May we now kindly request to step up to the stage Vice President-elect. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the Vice President of the Philippines, Ted Montague.
The moment I stepped foot on my responsibilities as a politician was a sight for sore eyes and an aching head at the same time. Indeed, and now I'm seeing the smiles of my family looking at me, maybe saying their heads that I was just bossing around their family and now I'm standing right here. This is a journey that is as tough as a father and as important as a man. I want to partake in activities such as the healthcare for my countrymen as much as possible, make the citizens my top priority while using my office as the Vice President with righteous responsibilities and works. I have more in mind and I will continue serving the people of our country as long as I live. I want to thank my family and the government and Governor Escalos of our city, Verona. No matter the obstacles, we will face them all together. Ted Montague, thank you so much. May the Lord bless us all.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got our President and Vice President. The occasion left a seemingly stupendous mark in the history of both the Montagues and the Capulets. An imprint which apparently finished the storyline of their former and typical lives, simultaneously began a new, principal chapter in the society as high-ranking officials and delegates of the Philippines. Yet a question arose once more. Would that bring forth life with serenity, or give rise to more mayhem?
Oh, honey, do tell me more. How massive is the place? Where could be the idyllic home for my bijouteries and jewelries? When could we arrive there?
Darling, if you haven't noticed, I've just got recently enthroned in this position. Even as the president, I barely have everything moved into the Malacanang Palace. Yet, you're already bright-eyed and bushy-tailed with taking occupancy here.
Oh, don't be like that. I am just as high as a kite with the thought of living in the actual Malacanang Palace. Wonderful! No, marvelous, I say. I can't wait to tell my amigas.
I do suppose your so-called amigas will be truly delighted with the news. Regardless, where's my ray of sunshine?
She's studying arts and literature, of course. I can't have a venal child. It doesn't run in our blood, and it isn't befitting for the daughter of a president.
Darling, sit back and let your hair down. Juliet's just a 14-year-old lass. Let her get leisure time once in a while.
You would definitely be at fault if that daughter of yours grows up to be a weight on hand and the foot type of a person.
I doubt it. She's my daughter after all.
Goodness me! Juliet's really a chip of the old block.
She surely is. I'm glad she takes after me.
Pardon me, Mr. President. There have been more congratulatory letters sent to the Malacanang Palace from the royal residence of Buckingham Palace and the White House. Her Royal Highness, Queen Elizabeth II, and current President Joe Biden wishes you a reign of fecundity and tranquility. There is also a High Makati Mock asking for permission to meet you personally.
Wait a while, darling. Please place the letter here. And who could it be?
It's Mr. Paris, Your Excellency.
Honey, I'm afraid to say that our conversation has ceased to continue further. I have a guest.
I understand, darling. Just don't forget my wee request, okay? The Versace La Medusa handbag?
Sure, I'll have it delivered straight to our residence there.
Aren't you, sweetheart? I appreciate it. Best of luck!
Bring him in.
Mr. Paris has arrived and has been escorted to the President.
Greetings. Please sit.
You seem to not be too happy to see me. You should be thankful as I grace you with my presence for this day. You're one of the opportunities, not all are given that blessing, even for a millennia.
Your status and connections is a blessing to the people on one's beam and the majority, yet the arrogance because of your success is a curse even for me. I'm simply dead on my feet. How are you, Paris?
Son,
Pardon me?
I sorely corrected you, father.
I suggest you make your corrections and context clear as day, or else you'll be sent off immediately.
Mellow it a little. I have a proposal. It will surely benefit both parties. No, scratch that. I would like to marry. Marry the Ruby of Verona, the heiress of the Capulets. As you know, not only am I silk stocking, I am also a person of influence. I exceed the qualifications in Mrs. Capulet's standards. Giving your daughter the life of extravagance suitable for her is just a walk in the park. Moreover, I am willing to provide you with the vast several connections and people both locally and nationally. They won't fail you. I won't disappoint you. What do you say?
One question. Would you take a bullet for our Juliet?
I would.
Do you want to see a real one?
What? Mr. President, let us settle these things down first, shall we?
There is no such thing if it's about my daughter. Now would you like me to repeat once again?
I still would.
It's a deal. She's yours to marry.
Romeo! My son! Move away from the shards immediately. Do you have someone to neaten it out for you?
Simmer down, mother. I'm still in good shape to make this out. I am to blame for its chattering after all. I suppose I must halt our conversation for now, mother.
But so soon? It saddens me, don't you?
Of course I do. Who wouldn't miss the greatest woman in the world? I'm just under the weather, below par.
Have you not been tending to your needs? Do you perhaps need my aid, son?
I may not be fully considered as a man yet. However, I am more than capable of taking care of myself, Mom. I don't wish to disturb you in any way.
Oh, my sweet little lad, you are never a bother. Keep that in mind, always. It would be a shame to quickly end the call, but if it's what you want, then it is what you shall get. Feel better soon.
Thank you, Mom. Odd. Why is it that I feel proud? I love this. Something feels wrong. Could it be a bad omen? Am I cursed? The ambience around me suddenly changed as I become unsettled. It is as if something or someone that I hold dear was taken away from me.
Taylor, would you be so tender-hearted as to summon my daughter? We need to have a little mother-to-daughter talk about. No laughing matter.
Will surely do, ma'am.
Thank you, my dear.
You have called for me, Mom?
Taylor, could you leave us for a minute or two?
Certainly. Excuse me while I...
Oh, never mind. Do you mean I have a big point to chew over with Juliet, and I expect that to sacrament this.
As long as it is for my best friend's sake, I shall.
Come closer, darling. You are aware that I and your father desire everything in the whole world that's creme de la creme for our little princess, right? Great. How old are you again, Juliet? You are turning 16 this year, no?
My oh my! Juliet's merely 14 years of age, Mom.
Taylor, are you implying that I am lax about my daughter's age? Of course I knew that.
I do not dare, Mom. Yet I assure the truth with my statement. My memory is unfailing.
She's correct, Mom. I am, as of now, still 14 years old.
Right. I was simply making sure that I remember it all too well. 16 was just my mind flying off somewhere. Anyhow, seeing as you're somewhat a woman, I have a splendid news. I'm certain you have knowledge about Paris.
Paris? Oh, Paris, yes. Wasn't he the hilarious man I spoke with at the inauguration? Yes, Mom. What about a man like him?
He has consulted your father for, guess, your hand in marriage.
Goodness, have you heard that, Juliet? A man desires her to be his bride. He's probably the kind and handsome young man you were talking about.
No.
A kind and handsome young man? Anyway, is his proposal not to your fondness?
Do you dislike Paris?
I'm simply flummoxed, Taylor. Mother, to be completely honest, I think my future will be filled with mist when by his side. I don't see any future in him with me as his partner.
Oh, don't be like that, Juliet. When have you ever been raised to be the kind of child to be led by what-ifs?
Your mother's right, Juliet. We might not know, but the man may be foreordained to be your other half. Yet I suppose arrangement could still be made if you wish to oppose.
Who is the mother here, Taylor? Is it I, or is it you? How could you afford to still make adjustments when the agreement has already been concluded? What will the others say? That us, Capulets, fail to honor our word?
But from what I see, Juliet is to be wed to someone she doesn't decide.
Taylor, Mother, I'll accept it, the proposal.
Is your decision final?
Of course it is. Oh, darling, I am so proud of you. It has surely made us joyous. Thank you, my daughter. Now that we have reached the epilogue of this conversation, I believe you both should be on your way now. I still have an appointment with my hairdresser. Toodaloo!
Has the great God Morse visited you?
I suppose so. I don't really wish to become the bride of a man I barely know. It's as though I'm being sold by my own parents to some stranger. What about the man I was with the Inagu?
Pardon me, a man? With a man at the inauguration?
Keep it down, Taylor. The rats have ears too, you know.
Who could the man be? Have you gotten his name?
That's what's keeping my mind occupied. He just vanished.
What is this disappearing man at the inauguration?
For the second time, Taylor. Yes. Do you believe me now?
Goodness me, and here I thought you were under the effects of hallucinogen consumption.
I assure you, this man is not solely from my imagination. He's non-fictional. Sadly, I couldn't give a name to him.
I suppose you were only fated to meet for that specific nanosecond in time.
If I knew that ahead of time, I would have just a quick fierce the hourglass of this world.
Don't lose spirits, okay? And liven up a bit. Paris may not that be terrible of a man.
I suppose so.
I must bid you farewell for now, but keep in mind, if you ever need solace, I'm here, staunch as always if it's for you.
It's him, isn't it? Am I envisaging? I'm definitely not. It really is him. The man from the
Juliet! The whole city has heard you. Heaven knows your voice was ear-splitting. Goodness, stop with the uproarious screaming!
I apologize, Mother. It was simply a chilling video. But he's a Montague. Oh no, dear. My only love sprung from my only hate. Wherefore art thou, Romeo?
I've climbed every mountain and swum every ocean just to be with you.
Aren't you a tiki-taki man? I've had similar lines several times before. Alright, Juliet. You're a woman with integrity. You come from a highly respected family. Of course, you're not easy to get.
I speak with certitude. You may view me as someone with no difference from the man in your past in terms of having been awed by your beauty and now wanting to become acquainted with you, or maybe more. Yet the sincerity of my feelings towards an angel such as you shall make itself catch your attention.
No, you're falling for his playful and flowery words. This cannot be. How are you certain that I'll acknowledge you with contrariety to the former gens? You haven't even told me the truth of how you found my account.
Isn't she wonderful, Uncle Lawrence?
Certainly, she's a Capulet after all.
Please, don't be like that.
It is not that I'm against your feelings. I'm merely stating the truth. I may have been the medium of your communication, simply because it is you who asked. But you must also take into note that your families aren't on good terms. Rivals to be exact. I will adore it seeing that disappear, but as of now, your parents might not be in favor of what you're doing. I repudiate having to witness or worse be a target for your parents' hot under the collar moment when they find out.
In favor or not, at odds with or pro, I am certain of one thing, and that is what I feel for Juliet. Virgil did say, love conquers all.
For a prized treasure like the maiden I am speaking to now, the resolve and efforts I have made to be able to convince Uncle Lawrence for your accounts and identity was, I may say, worthwhile.
I suppose I should thank Uncle Lawrence as well.
Has the beautiful enchantress also been searching for me?
Yes, but only because you vanished so suddenly. 1 second you were by my side, then the next poof, gone. Who wouldn't get curious?
I am delighted, but forgive me, Aphrodite. Yet I was supposed to be on my way, though I owe the fates for giving me the wondrous opportunity of encountering a deity.
Your words are extravagant.
It is entirely the truth. I am a man that cannot lie when it comes to plaudits.
Is that so, Pinocchio? Well, I'm afraid our conversation must cease to continue. It is already late.
Is it? Oh, I couldn't notice the time, and it is you, goddess, that I hold responsible for making my attention focus solely on you.
You funny fellow.
It was charming to be able to talk to you, even if it was for an instant minute. Have a great night's rest, my lady. I hope I would too.
And why not?
Because my dream has finally become reality. There's no use for sleeping anymore.
I must say, it was heavenly. My time was well spent. Part of the Montagues, Romeo. It was exquisite finally meeting you.
Rose of the Capulets and hopefully, soon to be my queen. The day was lovely because of our meet. May the stars forever look upon us.
Wonderful! Love is definitely like the wind, isn't it? You cannot predict its coming, you just feel it. With the ultimately painted masterpiece for Romeo and Juliet's meeting, I assure you that sleep wasn't present in their minds, no. Rather, an Empyrean, bright as light future together. Yet, another question then again arises. Will their future become reality, or forever remain an unpainted sketch?